All right, well, we took the Radio Shack Road Fury out for its first bashing and found out that in cold weather the super glue was not strong enough to hold the plastic. So my next step is going to be JB Weld, and I will get JB Weld, and if that breaks, then I guess we will try and find one that will work, or make one on my brother's mill, or do something like that. But hey, it's a 30-year-old toy that arrived broken, so the fact that it even works is pretty awesome, and it brought back memories of my childhood, seeing Grayson play with it and me getting to play with it.
Hey guys, how's it going? Thad here with Iowa Budget RC Bashers, and I've got a box to unbox. Got a little present off of eBay that I got really cheap, and it was going to be a possible parts vehicle, but I think that I am going to use this and upgrade it to hobby grade stuff. So without further ado, let me change the camera here, and we will show you.
It's a box, but what's in this box? Another Radio Shack Midnight Pumpkin style truck. This one's in green. This one would have been known as the Tormentor, and you can kind of still see on the hood where the decals were. And I bought this thinking that the radio was not going to come with it, and it did. But the guy said that he sent me a message saying that he tested it and that the batteries that were in the battery compartment were all corroded, and that he tried cleaning them up, and you can still see a whole ton of corrosion on there, and it's actually coming out the other side. I might have a hard time getting the screws off that cover, but you can see that the batteries were corroded, and he said he couldn't get it to work. This has got good spindles and a bunch of, the rest of it's really good. It's actually, there's barely any nubs worn off the tires, so I don't think this thing was ever really played with that much. But we did Grayson's crawler, and we hobby graded it. And so I think I might do one of these. And no, I still haven't fixed my creaky chair. I need to put some grease in there, but this thing's in really good shape actually. And this one happens to have the Ford grill as compared to the other two, the body and the other one that I have that has the Studebaker style grill in it. So this one's a little bit different. This is more Midnight Pumpkin-ish. But I think that's what we're gonna do with this. I've got this magic spray here called Deoxyate, and I use this on guitars and amps at my guitar shop, and clean the potentiometers and stuff with that. But it works really good to clean like battery corrosion off. And so I just sprayed it in there, and I'm going to take the batteries out of the other one, and we're going to see if this thing does work or doesn't work, or what the deal with it is. All right, I'm gonna flip the switch on here. Switch is on. Got nothing. That doesn't mean the battery in that's holding like it's supposed to. I turned it on a second ago, and it turned on by itself for a minute, and I turned the switch back off, and it quit working. So that tells me there's something going on here in the battery compartment, but that it does work. And so now I'm going to investigate that and see if I can actually get this thing working, because if I can get this one working, then I will take all the best parts and put them on this one, and then make the other one the hobby grade upgrade. So anyway, let me see what I can figure out. Alright, so you can see in the light all the corrosion in there, and so I've sprayed it with Deoxyate, just kind of letting it sit, and I'm going to try and scrub it with this Dremel brush. And there's a little bit on the springs over here, but it ain't too bad. I think it was mostly consisted to this side. So I'm gonna get this all cleaned out, get all the goo cleaned out. See, there's a little corrosion in there, but not bad. But it did turn on first, so I want to see what this thing can do. So I'm gonna keep at this, and I will bring you back. I wanted to show you guys something here. So on a normal QD Midnight Pumpkin, this cover here that I just pulled off that holds the battery strap, it would have a crystal right here that you could interchange between 2749 and I think maybe 75 or something like that megahertz. But so you could use different radios, and I was hoping that these would be that way, but with my little experience on these, they are not. But I just wanted to kind of show you that, and you can see the PCB in there. Everything looks to be okay. I've looked in there with a flashlight, looked at the capacitor, looked at all the chips. Everything looks to be fine. And like I say, it turned on for a minute. So I did spray some of the cleaner into the switch also. Maybe the switch has got some goo in it, or maybe the wires going up to the switch, which are under this half of the cover that I haven't pulled off yet, have goo in there. So anyway, I'll get this stuff cleaned out of here, and I'm hoping to get this thing running. All right, so I let the deoxyate sit on here for a while, and now I'm taking a brass wire brush. I'm just trying to clean these connections, and I'm gonna do this off camera, but just wanted to show you what I'm doing here to try and clean this up and make it so it'll work and get connected. And we've got contact. About steering. Heck yeah. All right, so I'm gonna put this thing back together, and guess we'll go from there. All right, well, it worked for a minute and then it quit. So now it's not doing anything again. So there's got to be something going on with the switch or something, but we'll figure it out. And it went back and forth, it turned around. I did a donut here in the room, and then it quit working. All right, so I got the screws out on the top here. I take that out, and I just want to look and inspect, see if I see anything corroded or out of place in here, and I don't. So it's got to be something simple as to why it's losing connection. All the wires look good as far as, you know, solder wise goes and whatever. Switch right here. I think I will spray some deoxyate in the switch and move it back and forth a bunch of times, put it back into place, and see if that makes a difference. All the connections on it look good, so not too worried about that. But that's what we're doing right now. All right, so we've got steering, we've got turbo, there's forward, there's turbo, there's reverse. Problem is I'm gonna have to put some padding or something in here because the batteries fit a little looser than what they should in there. Maybe I'll just stretch the springs, but they're popping out of place when you're driving it. Did clean the switch. That I'm sure could help, but yeah, so keep it working. And I have not forgotten about the Kaiboon Conqueror. I finally got the right pinion for it, and so now it's going to be on to starting to put that thing back together. So we'll be back on that here soon. So as you can see, she works. Alright guys, so I put a piece of cardboard in the battery box and that seemed to fix the problem, and she works like she's supposed to now. So yeah, this one's too nice to part out to use to fix the other one, or I don't know. We may end up converting this one to hobby grade just because it is nice. I don't know yet, but anyway, I'm glad to have it in the collection, and for the 15 bucks I paid for it on eBay, shipped, you can't beat that. The guy couldn't get it working. Took me a few minutes of time, and you know, just cleaning things and hurry up and wait for the deoxyate to work and whatever. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.